it never ever malfunctions except now. Like I didn't.
It literally malfunctions every single time we open this call. Like literally without fail, every single time. What are you talking about?
All right, we're back live. We're back live, everybody. You can?
Just confirming I can hear you. I can, yep.
Yeah, because I can see the mic going, bro. I'm fucking. The beta bot just snapped. Like, this is unbelievable. Like, straight up. Whatever, man.
Beta bot snapped.
Fuck, bro. That just was a lot of energy. I just sprung out. It was 20 minutes of me fucking going rampage.
Did you see my article that I sent you? The scientific study that said that over half of the information provided by chatbots is incorrect, including GPT-4.
You know what you don't understand is what you sent me was for code. And when you're using when you use Stack Overflow,
for facts too.
When you're using Stack Overflow, no, it was for code specifically. I double checked. When you use Stack Overflow, you know things can change.
No, it's for everything. It's not just for code.
That article you said was
Stack
for
Overflow.
code. Yeah,
no, it wasn't. So you said Stack Overflow. You know, Stack Overflow is humans, right?
Yes,
Humans
but it updates. Things depreciate in code. So somebody posted something on Stack Overflow 5 years ago. It doesn't work anymore today, right?
Why wouldn't it work?
Things depreciate in like programming. It is exactly how it works.
No, it's not, dude.
Exactly how it works. Hang on, let me just fucking, bro.
No, it's not. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Code is code. As long as you're running it on the same platform and on the same version of software, it's gonna work the same every single time.
Okay, it never
depreciate.
It does
It doesn't
depreciate.
like degrade. No, it doesn't. Explain what does depreciate mean?
It means that like when the software updates, you
exactly. When I said the same version of software, so like yeah, okay, if it's a different version, then yeah, that's a completely different thing then.
Web Gems, does code depreciate? He's a programmer. He's an active programmer. This is it's a no-brainer. You're wrong on this one, but we can let you. I can't freaking believe I'm going for 20 minutes and nobody wants to say that.
Okay, first off, I'm not wrong about anything I just said. You fundamentally actually like don't understand how to code. If you think code depreciates, so you just don't get it.
Okay, so when you say code depreciates,
let's ask the expert.
When you say code depreciates, meaning is like when I'm like when we try to find for like an iPhone that you could do that you can't do anymore. Like there's certain things that you could.
Yeah, dude. Yes. And so if you update the software, then yes, maybe certain syntax is not going to work anymore. Maybe things won't compile the way that they used to. But if you're using the same version of software, which most people, I think, when thinking about code, they say which version that they're using. Or people, it's like it's pretty clear that it's like up to date.
Okay, but
yeah, if you're using 10-year-old version of Python, yeah, maybe it's not going to work like it does now.
It's not just Python. There's like assets. There's things that you could use before that just don't work anymore. You have to redo it. Like code has to be updated for that reason because like even in OBS, there's things that you could use that are not depreciated assets. They'll go away, so you have to do it a different way. So when you use Stack Overflow, understand 10 years ago, 5 years ago, the shit probably doesn't work. It works, but now up to date, it's not going to work. So when you sent me that, I'm like, I don't know. I've saw crazy things.
Yeah. So I mean, if ChatGPT is so smart, why doesn't it know like hey, I got to use stuff from the current version and not from a 10-year-old version?
Are you telling it that?
It's scraping data.
It's got to be written into the code.
Okay, guys. Let me get out. We're just gonna. I have to restart the. Hang on. Hey, BetaBot. We were going for 20 minutes and nothing was being recorded because the mic wasn't working. Can you do the intro again for us, please?
Let's go, BetaBot.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hey, man, BetaBot is
Alpha
canceled.
Wednesday Season 2 finale. Tonight, we're
like
diving deep into what it means to be respected, the intriguing persona of Sam Altman, and debating whether Donald Trump is the greatest president of our time. We've got some fascinating side topics lined up, including a discussion on Terrence Howard's genius and whether you'd take a bullet for Elon Musk. Stay tuned for a night full of insights, surprises, and engaging discussions. Let's get started.
All right, guys, this is the season 2.
This is like all Joe Rogan poison brain thoughts is what just happened right
That's Alpha. This is season 2 of Alpha Wednesday, the finale, guys. We had a great season. I'm not even going to fucking go ahead.
Literal brain poison right there.
Alpha's the biggest hater. Like, you just wake up. Player haters ball. Like you're the host of the 2024 Player Haters Ball.
Buck nasty.
Probably.
Buck nasty. Like
hey.
who wouldn't take a bullet for Elon Musk? Who wouldn't?
I think any sane person would stay far the fuck away from Elon Musk. Elon Musk is
hey guys, let's stop. Let's stick to a format. Let's stick to a format.
We're not without. You have something wrong. Like,
well, let me just ask you this, man.
The dude who eliminated 10% of his workforce with like a fucking Dear Employee email. And oh, by the way, was trying to give himself a $50 billion bonus on top of it. Yeah, that's like a scumbag.
But do you care about people? Do you care about general society?
Yeah, I do care about
Okay,
general
so
society
let me
because
ask
it
you this.
affects me.
Who brings more benefit to society, you or Elon Musk? So if it came down to either you being around or him being around, you'd be foolish, or you would go against your word to not take the bullet for him.
So you would take a bullet for Elon Musk, Olet?
No,
But you
absolutely.
literally have the mind of a cuckold, is what you have.
Wait, you
Because he
just
doesn't
Like
bring
you
more
actually
benefit.
you're
to
actually
society than I do.
you're actually like cuck brain, is what you have.
He brings.
Like you have cuck
wait,
brain.
wait.
Is your
Time
problem.
out.
So
Time
like
out.
the idea that you would ever say that any man on the planet is more valuable than you, or has like has more right to life than yourself, you have cuck brain, like straight up. Like you
I'm
should
just talking
probably like
about overall benefit
get
to
get an
society.
evaluation because
Wait,
like you have a
Olet.
dangerous way of feeling.
If you
Olet,
were to,
Dangerous
if
way of
you were
thinking.
what benefit?
to
What
put that to a
benefit do you
poll,
bring to society that you wouldn't take the bullet for Elon? Like, what benefit are you bringing?
unwritten. I couldn't even explain it on this stream. I would need more time. It's
So
it's
you're basically saying that certain people deserve to be enslaved, is what you're saying. Like literally is
Whoa,
what you're saying.
that's a crazy take.
No,
What you
it's
need
not,
to
because
do,
you literally just classified. You said that there's certain gradations in humanity. So that means like Elon Musk is a higher grade of human than me, therefore I should die for him. So
No, I just said
you actually literally believe in slavery. Is
if
what
you were to
actually
poll a
believe.
million people and say, hey, who would you rather have if we want to advance society, Alpha or Elon Musk? What do you think a million people would say?
Who gives a fuck what they say? Because
Man,
that's the thing. You know what I mean?
Let's break this down.
Everybody-
Let's break this down.
If
Let's
you
break
think
this
like
down.
so,
Let's break this
like
down.
no referendum. There's no referendum that gets to say like what my life is worth. It's I get to say what my life is worth. If you
But you
actually
care
think
about
any
society.
if you think any different, then you're an actual cuck.
You have a
Everybody's
very
coming in hot
honorable
today.
stance caring about
Huh?
society.
All right.
It's all
all right.
about
I think
society.
I think there should be social rules so that there's no class of human that's more valuable than the other.
Okay, let's
Because
pause it
any other
there.
distinction
Let's pause it
is a
there,
fast track.
Alpha.
Is a
Alpha,
fast track to slavery.
let's
And if
pause
you
it
don't
there.
if you don't believe in that, then you're literally just mind fucked. That's your problem.
Okay, let's pause it there. Let's pause it there. Let's break what you just said down, and then we can keep going, because let's not be like bird shit everywhere. The conversation with the question was, would you take a bullet for Elon Musk? Okay. Now you called him the worst human being ever, taking a $50 billion.
I said he's a scumbag.
Sure.
He's a piece of shit.
Here's the
I
thing.
demand an apology.
Okay, but hang on. Let's get to something. And we are in a capitalist society right now. Okay, and Elon Musk.
So you're a rule player, is what you're telling me.
No, I'm telling you that if
as
Elon
long as the
Musk,
rules are the rules, you're gonna go ahead and get shit on. Is what
No,
you're
Let
telling
him
me.
cook, man. Let Abe cook.
if
I
Elon
already know what's
Musk,
coming, dude. I already know.
if you don't know what's coming,
I heard every podcast that Abe is.
No,
listening to.
let him set it up. Let him set it up here.
you don't.
Alright.
What you need to understand is this: Elon Musk, he understands business. I think from about 20 years ago, when they sold PayPal, he invested in his two companies, the SpaceX and Tesla. He knew then that he needed money to grow innovation. That's all he needs: money to grow innovation. So, and some people never find that out. He found that out early. So he needs money to grow innovation.
Oh my God!
He's a man.
Stop talking, bro.
No.
Just fucking stop. You think Elon Musk invented investing in R&D? Just fucking go read a book, please, for the love of God. Okay, or like go work in an actual real company so you can actually like learn how the world works.
What kind of?
I have
Have
no
you
idea
ever
what this
designed
is
a
about.
rocket?
How many houses does he
ever
have?
done space?
How many houses does he have?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. How's
How
that
many?
even relevant to what you're talking about?
It's not
Who gives a
irrelevant.
fuck how many houses he
No,
has,
because
bro? No,
what
it's not,
what
yeah.
you're saying
Like,
is he's using his money.
You literally telling me that Elon Musk invented investing in R&D. Is what you're actually telling me right now. Like this is the Joe Rogan brain at its finest.
There's no
right
Joe Rogan brain. I don't even watch Joe. I just watched the Terrence
Whatever,
Howard
dude.
interview. That's it. But what you're
brain, or
what
whatever
you're
the fuck.
saying is that you're using him as getting money as like he's going and he's making it rain. He's giving all his money to his kids, private firms.
I'm saying that he's
pushing
using his position of
lobbyists.
power to shaft the people who actually make his products. That's what I'm saying.
No,
But
he's
how does it
not.
feel to know that you own Tesla stock? I mean, you're saying all these horrible things about Elon Musk, but yet you own shares of his company.
I own shares of his company. I probably have a 401k that invests in his company. Yeah, and so.
So, I mean, how do you feel about
And
that?
then anything, if anything, he's probably like putting a dent in my 401k right now because the company's value keeps dropping. So
Okay.
Here's what I'll say about Elon. He's not a visionary in my book, but he's a really good fundraiser. Like he's probably the best fundraiser we've ever seen. I don't think he's ever like actually made that money work though. I think he's a fraud when it comes to actually putting those dollars to work.
Sam Bankman-Fried's the best fundraiser ever.
Hang on. I'm trying to
another literal scammer.
I'm trying to grasp right now that a guy who doesn't really spend money on like the lavish life of what most people who are billionaires will spend their money on.
How do
right?
you know what he spends his money on, dude?
It doesn't. He doesn't. He
How do
doesn't
you know what
promote
he
it. He
spends his
doesn't
fucking
promote
money
it.
on, my
He
guy?
doesn't. He doesn't
Yo,
seem like.
Probably has
Alpha's
a fucking
charged up today, man.
dude
I
has
love
a
it.
fucking probably has like a fucking giga yacht. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Man.
Alpha had a bad day today, man.
Yo,
This
Alpha's
fired
taking
up.
out all his stressors on
This
the
guy came in
stream
hot.
today.
Like
Hey,
I
yo,
just
Abe,
these
you gotta get him under
these
control.
insane like freaking takes. Like I can't take them, bro.
Abe, you gotta get him under control, man. Are you
Okay,
the moderator or what?
can we count the companies Elon has put his money? That he's a fake fundraiser, right? Let's count the there's 4 right now that we could talk about, right? Neuralink, SpaceX, Tesla, and the Gronk, his little OpenAI. So those are 4 right there that are multi-billion-dollar projects.
And the Boring Company.
Multi-billion-dollar project. And the Boring Company. I think the Boring Company is their umbrella.
It's funny how you left out Twitter of all the
Okay.
fucking things to leave out.
Because that's not an innovation company to me. Maybe he's just going to make social media kind of cool, but I don't look at that as like a tech revolutionary. You know, like I don't. You guys have this
I'm
weird
happy you don't
animosity.
look at. I'm happy you don't look at it as a tech revolutionary. I'm sure your idea of what's innovation is very highly valued.
Tell me the innovation Twitter has done in 20 years.
If I have to explain that to you, then just I don't know, man. Just open
What?
your eyes or something. Read it.
What has it done besides posting a tweet?
If I have to explain to you the social impact that Twitter has had, just I don't know, man. Either you're being facetious or you just like you straight up don't understand the meaning.
You're talking on a social. You're switching to social. We're talking about innovation in tech. You know what I'm saying? Like we're speaking in the sense of, is it making like tech evolve and grow? Most of Elon's companies are helping tech evolve and grow.
Oh my fucking god, this guy's like a literal propagandist, man.
I'm really not.
Why don't you go you literally do this shit for free? You know that Elon Musk typically pays people to do his like propaganda for him, and like here you are doing it for free. It's kind of nuts to me.
Bro, what billionaire doesn't have a PR firm working for him?
He doesn't need one because Abe's doing it for free.
But I'm saying though, you can't say that he's paying people to do propaganda. It's called PR firms.
Okay, yeah,
Everybody
PR is literally just propaganda. I don't know how to break it to you, my guy.
That's what I'm saying. But propaganda has a negative connotation to it.
What is your point?
So you guys get derailed.
I know it has a negative connotation. What is your point?
The point is that no matter what we say, in your mind, you don't like Elon because he's successful and he brings a lot of value to society. And I think that's what you need to recognize.
I think you're fucking retarded. I'll just say that. I don't like him because he's rich. Okay, yeah, you're fucking retarded.
I mean,
honestly,
I don't
know what else to tell you.
It's subconscious.
If you think that
he fired 10% of his staff, that's why he doesn't like him.
Yeah, while trying to give himself a $50 billion bonus. It's like scumbag behavior.
That's like every corporation in America, just at a different scale.
But this guy is a humanity guy, right? So he's just another So if he's just another corporate idiot, another corporate scumbag, then yeah, treat him like one.
He's not a visionary.
Quit saying he's like tech Jesus or whatever. It's like, okay, no, I'm not saying that you're saying that, but I'm saying like if he's just another corporate scumbag, then treat him like one. He's not tech Jesus. You guys seem to think he's like freaking tech Jesus.
No other corporate scumbag gets this type of bash. None.
Did you guys see the board?
A big part of that is because he puts himself out there so much, and he's looking for attention, and that's why he gets bashed so much.
Did you guys see the board of directors deck for Tesla that they published? That they have to vote on his $50 billion bonus. It's actually pretty hilarious, like the way that they break down why he should get his bonus as it goes up for vote in 2 weeks.
What's like the gist?
So basically, if you worked for Elon Musk, you'd be fine with your livelihood being completely destroyed because
it never worked.
Because your boss wants a $50 billion bonus, and that means that like your whole livelihood just needs to be completely oblitterated for that.
I would never be in.
You'll take a bullet for him, right?
Pull up the.
But he deserves it because like you're just a peon, and he's like the guy making all the like the contribution, right?
No, man, we've been through this. I told you. No way in the world would I ever even be in that situation.
Why not? He's a visionary. He's like amazing.
This life is not checkers, bro. You don't want to be a worker be your whole life.
Oh my god, bro. I don't even know how you think.
Listen, it's not about it's like you want to harp on somebody firing somebody, but you don't want to talk about how many people he employs. You can take the conversation differently, but I've known somebody who worked at Tesla. It's a very rough job. It's hard. They work over hours. They get burnt out, and they end up.
That's another thing. Is that yeah, I know. That's another thing. They worked them really hard with the promise that they're gonna pay you a big bonus with the Tesla stock. And you know what they did this year? They didn't even pay out bonuses. And then you know who wants a $50 billion bonus after his employees work their asses off? Elon motherfucking Musk. This is the same guy you guys are fucking defending.
I said, would you take a
This,
bullet
this is
for
why
him?
he's a scumbag, guy. This is why he's a fucking scumbag. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. You don't seem to understand. You think that because he owns a company and that he's rich, that makes him a good person, but it's not.
He's just
There's a lot of rich scumbags out there. You know what I'm
He's just
saying?
a typical corporate CEO. That's all he is.
He's not Tech Jesus.
You're branding somebody who works on his companies, and you're making something he doesn't deserve. Him being the owner and founder is way different than being a worker. It's way different. It's
Okay,
way
so
more
you literally
risk.
believe in
It's way
you
more
literally
risk.
believe in slavery then. You literally believe
He's
in
a fucking
slavery.
slave. He's a slave.
So you literally believe in slavery then, right?
He's a
Because, like,
slave.
if you think that
Is he the world's
You
greatest
think-
slave
no.
master? Is that we can take that conversation? Is Elon the world's greatest slave master?
is he a slave or is he a slave master? Again, you literally have no coherent way of thinking.
I'm saying that you can argue that if somebody his whole entire life he sounds like a damn robot. It's from time to wake up to close he's working.
No, he sounds like a robot because he has Asperger's. That's why he sounds like a robot. You didn't know that?
Yeah. Okay.
No, you didn't.
I don't know. Like the Elon
No,
thing
he
was.
literally he said it himself, my guy. It's not up for debate.
Here's the thing. The Elon was just the very end. You guys just heard it from the beta bot. That was like the last topic. We gave Elon a lot of headways this season. Whatever we started out with it's fine. It is what it is. But when it comes down to
let's
it,
get back to something you said, that you think that because Elon Musk is a CEO, that means he's entitled to do whatever he wants, right?
essentially, yeah.
Okay. So you literally have slave minds.
See, I don't speak your language. We talk about slave mind. You don't gotta fucking work there. You can quit.
So if every CEO is like that, and every single corporate atmosphere is like that, yeah, it's basically just like roundabout slavery at that point.
Then never work for a company again, because most companies have the same philosophies or the same.
Okay, so then why should companies be allowed to why should companies be allowed to like breathe the same air I breathe if they're just gonna be slave drivers? Why should they have control over all the capital and all the resources if they're just like a bunch of slave drivers? I don't understand.
Bro, Alpha, what happened at work today, man? Like you need to talk about your day.
I'm just confronting these silly ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like
Somebody definitely sent you like an aggressive email today.
I didn't even go to work today, my guy. I'm literally on vacation right now.
I'm just saying like you can't sit if you have a grudge against corporate America, you have a grudge against corporate America how business operates. I never agreed with it or not. Like I said, but that's just how the game is played. That's how it is. You just you have an application, you put it, you go work for the company. You can decide within a year if you want to work there or
There's a
not.
difference between saying that's how the game is played and then versus what you're doing, which is you're trying to imply that it's like a virtuous system.
Virtuous. Well, I didn't say they're doing this shit for free.
What?
I didn't. What do you mean?
You were mumbling when you were talking. What did you say?
I said I didn't say they're doing this shit for free.
You didn't say who's doing what for free.
They're not working. They're not. They're going to work to get a check, and more likely than not, it's a higher check than what Ford's giving them.
It's not. That's the thing.
How much is it?
It's literally you get paid less working at a place like Tesla now these days. Before the benefit was the stock, but like I said, they stopped giving stock bonus because Elon Musk wants his $50 billion.
No, I'm talking about if I go to work there, I want to know how much a regular employee gets paid. Hang on, let's see the beta about how much is a regular employee get paid?
Fucking talking about?
The average employee get paid at Tesla.
Okay, first off, if you're gonna ask that question, you should say salaried employee, because by and large, the most common type of employee at Tesla is gonna be like a guy in the assembly line.
On average, Tesla employees can expect to make between $52,000 and $170,000 per year, depending on their role and location. Production associates typically earn around $49,000 annually, while regional managers can earn up to $170,000 per year.
Sounds like a normal company to me. I don't know if
yeah, I mean that's about how much you get paid working at a place like Ford too, and you don't have to work in a cult environment for like some fucking guy that wants to take like all of your money and is promising you stuff he's not gonna give you.
All these companies are the same. You're just describing any.
Hey, at least like with the Ford workforce, at least the production workforce is unionized. So it is a huge difference actually between, and Tesla's workforce is definitely not unionized.
Are you pro or anti-union?
I'm super pro union.
you sound like it.
Yeah. What are you anti-union, Abe?
No, you sound like to be honest to me, you sound like you're a fucking guy who wants to go to work and not do a damn thing and get paid. That's what you sound like to me. That's all I hear from you is like I want to go to work. I want to milk my company.
I think that's like literally everybody on the planet.
Okay, so let me ask you: if that's how everybody's like on the planet, then guess what? You're no better than the CEO who's robbing you.
You think there's anybody who likes working? Then
you're no better than the CEOs you don't like. Sorry, buddy. You're saying you're trying to rob him on a small scale.
I'm not robbing anybody. I'm saying I don't like the work. How's How's that the same as like actually somebody robbing somebody?
If you go to work and you're
Yeah.
half-assing work and you're trying to cut corners every step of the way, you know.
Okay, first off, Abe, I'm not like one of your little employees that you work with in your little minimum wage jobs. Like, don't talk to me as if like you can lecture me on working, okay? Because you can't. Because you have no idea what I do, or, like how much I work.
Do you
So
do you
get that
think
through-
you give
get
it
that
your
through-
all?
Get that through your head really quick, okay? I know for a fact that I give what I can.
What does that mean?
Is that I have a life that I like to enjoy outside of work. That's what I said. That's what I mean.
Okay, who said that? You can't go to work and do that?
I think by definition, if you're working, you're not really enjoying your life.
If you're like,
do you know what work? Do you know what work is? It's like something that somebody pays you to do because they don't want to do it. Yeah. So it's not leisure activity. It's not a hobby. It's something you do for money.
Are you saying, Alpha, that you don't enjoy your life because you have to go to work? By your logic?
I'm saying that most of my stress is caused from work. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
so if you had a chance to just get $100,000 a year and not work, you would just say, "Hey, give me my 100K. I don't want to work," and you just get it. Like you're
Somebody was giving me 100K a year and I didn't have to work. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'd take
What
it.
about
Are you
50?
fucking retarded?
What about 50?
Are you fucking retarded?
What
Like,
about
yeah,
50?
Of course I'd take it. Just like 50K for free?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd take 50K for free. What the hell are
but
you talking
you
about?
can't work though. That's a contingency.
I can't work.
Nope.
50K isn't enough to live on in the United States, though.
So you'll be bare minimum. You'll take your 50K and you'll just not do anything for it. So there it is.
Yeah, I don't want to live bare minimum.
There it is.
I'd rather work and have nice things than get 50K a year and not work and live like a slum. Live in a slum.
Yeah, same. That's where you should like really vet like where you want to work at and like vet the career that you want to have.
Yeah, you can vet how much corners you can cut. Vet how much you can actually work, but not really work.
Okay, again, once again, like the people you're talking to on here are not your little minimum wage employees that you're like minimum. So get that through your head for a minute. Okay, so cutting corners for some guy who's making $13 an hour or whatever you pay people.
Hey, buddy, I guarantee you the fucking corporate. I guarantee you the minimum wage workers work just as hard as you fuckers. Don't get it twisted, bro. Just because you got a degree doesn't mean you're sitting out there busting your ass.
Yeah, they have to deal with like little small business tyrants like you, though. So I definitely would never want to do that.
It doesn't fucking matter.
We'll just fire them on a whim or whatever.
It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, it does matter.
The context is the context is.
You think anybody wants to work for people like you?
I'm too good of a boss. I'm too good.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm too good. So
I'm sure you're not tyrannical or anything.
And you know what I learned? You know what I learned? Because I'm too good of a boss, I can't be that good. The more money I gave people, the more time off I gave them, the more they became one of the worst human beings I've ever met.
You give minimum employees time off?
Yes.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking tyrant. I give them an hour for free. They get paid for. I'm a fucking tyrant. So don't come over here and say I'm a tyrant. But at the end of the day, like I said, they all turn to like if the more time you give them off, the worse employees you get. And it sounds like you have a lot of downtime where you work, so you can develop this mentality of saying that you don't like working, you're stressed out, and you wish you didn't have to work because you have so much downtime. When you actually got to go to work, it fucking pisses you off. And that's what happened.
You have no idea what I do in a day, what my work is, what I do for work, or anything like that.
You didn't.
Again,
You didn't respond to my question. You said I don't know. So no, that's not really.
Your literal frame of reference is minimum wage employees.
Yeah. What the fuck did I tell you about fucking doxing and sitting there speaking like that? I don't understand. I don't know where it comes from. Where you think that it's okay? Like you're trying to, that's gonna trigger me. You know, I'm gonna get a little bit teed off, but you know that, and you're gonna continue to do it because it's disrespectful. Don't fucking my bad. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck where I am. It doesn't fucking matter to me in reality. The conversation at the end of the day is. You don't like CEOs. That's perfectly fine to you, and they don't fucking like workers like you. So at the end of the day, where do you stand?
What are you like? Their little gimp or something? Like what are you?
No, because
they give a fuck about you.
You're their mascot. You're their mascot.
You don't even work. You don't even like fucking work in corporate America. So like, what the fuck do you care?
It's a reflection on society. It's not just corporate America, buddy. Everybody thinks like that. So if people didn't think like that, I guarantee you work would be better. I guarantee you get paid more, but. When things started shifting,
you think that the problem with society is not like wealth accumulation? It's people are too lazy, right?
I think we're definitely in one of the most lazy societies ever, for sure. Yes, I don't know what all the roots to that, but it's definitely the root to that. But
Yeah, you just like punch down. That's your problem.
Punch down. I think all you do is punch down.
It's easy because like actually confronting people with power is like something that's very scary for you.
Do you feel respected? Are you respected?
Define respect.
What does it mean to you to be respected or not?
Do people like rob me or stuff, or like kick me in the street? Like, no, they don't.
Okay, so are you respected? If you can't answer that, we can go to Ole Do It. He can answer that. Ole, are you respected? Do you think you're a respected human being? Or AZ? I think everybody's they're on mute, super mute.
You guys done?
Do you think that you're a respected individual? Do you think you're respected?
Do I think I'm respected? Yeah, I think so.
What causes you to be a respectable person? Like, what do you think people look at like, yo, I respect this guy? Is it work ethic, mentality, attitude?
I think it's probably, I mean, to get respect, a lot of it comes from credibility. A lot of times if I say something, it's because it's true, I mean it, and it makes sense, and it's smart, things like that. So I don't know, I think I'm respected just because I have a lot of credibility based on my experience and the work that I do. And then like respect's everywhere. It's like, you're respected in your own home because you kind of take care of your responsibilities, do what you got to do, and you consistently deliver. Like, something for me, respect is something that's built over time. You don't respect somebody on day one, but like when you are consistently doing the right things, you build respect.
And you think that helps your like self-esteem outside in the world?
Well, I wouldn't want to. I think so, like, because you wouldn't want to not be respected. You wouldn't want to be surrounded by people that don't respect you, because then you're not going to be a very happy person.
You want to get on the screen? We can. We got Garza. We got El Garza on the screen right now. The question right now is, are you a respected person, or do you think you're respected?
One answer, one word, no.
Do you have any like?
You're not gonna ask him why?
Yeah, my answer. Do you have a reason of why?
Let me turn the tables and ask you a question, Abe. How many people did you call the cops on today at your shop?
Whoa.
It's not. It's I called the cops last week, and I told them, listen, from now on, if anything goes down, I'm calling you guys. Give me the number. I got the direct line. So now whenever we're on deck, we can call them. Because I banned the security. That's what I did. I went to the security guards and I banned them.
Let's get into some bigger subjects.
What's that?
Hold on, wait. No.
Oh my God!
I want to know why are you calling the cops on people at your store?
I'm not going to answer that question, but just at the end of the day, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. But if it needs to be done now because I banned security, then
why do you ban your security? Why do you have security at your store?
Because he's golden. He has that fucking gas.
Right.
He has that what?
Yeah. So
he has that fire.
He has that fire. So you're not calling. You said last week that you called the cops on somebody.
I called the cops and I called them the next day. I said, hey, from now on, I just banned the security from my store. If anything goes down, I'm gonna call you guys directly. Give me the number. They gave me the number, and then we're squared away. It's just how I had to do things.
Are people like stealing from you or something?
No, I don't care. You can rob me if you want, but I'm not gonna call the cops if you rob me. It's bigger things than that. But
they're stealing his time. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. So
they're stealing his time.
That's right.
Are these like disgruntled people, disgruntled customers or something?
No, there's scammers. When it's all said and done, there's scammers. It's definitely going to be a highly edited show. You guys are going to fucking make me spend like 15 hours right now doing this. But
this sounds this sounds like way more entertaining than talking about Elon Musk.
Elon Musk was like a throwaway. I didn't even mean to do all that. We just spent 30 minutes on Elon. That wasn't even a real conversation. There was way more other things.
All right, can we get into bigger things? Can we get into Rafa?
You want to talk about Rafa? We can do that. We can do that.
So I have one comment about Rafa.
Go ahead.
All right, so I see my timeline flooded by Ediby chicks that are talking about, Rafa. I'm like, all right, cool. You're talking about it. It's important to you. I have an idea. Start an OnlyFans and donate all your proceeds,
Yeah, all right. There's a solution right there. There's a solution. So,
I think raising awareness is a currency in and of itself.
Yeah, it is.
Because the thing is you can give money, but you have to get the government to change its policy. And in the current system, the only way to do that is through a ballot box at this point, because they're so bought out by the people who support Israel that there's no other reasonable way other than voting them out of office and putting some fear in them that way.
All right, I have a question. How did that make you feel when you saw that? When you saw the post, what were your first feelings about it?
It's just like empty posts. It's like, all right, you're posting something, you think you're making a change, you're not. Make a real change.
Okay, so that's what. Okay, a lot of people are having that sentiment as well. So I respect where you're coming from.
I get the sentiment, but this is a conflict that's so rooted in public opinion and it's something that Israel simply can't afford to lose. So if you see the tide turning with the public, it's actually pretty significant.
Of course, Israel can't afford to lose this because they got everywhere. No, we're getting into this, Abe. We're getting into
We
this.
can get into it. We can get into it. But as okay, so did it make you want to repost it?
Hey, my wife wants to say something. Can she say something?
Yeah, this is the season finale of Alpha Wednesday episode 2. Unpredictable. Go ahead.
Does he not want to talk about this?
Yeah. Do y'all want to talk about this
We
or
always
not?
talk about this. We always talk about this.
Okay, well, it's not about like winning or losing. It's about like right or wrong. And I think that like Americans just haven't been educated on, Palestine and Israel. So I think that their perception has always been like they're, Israeli allies, and they just have no idea what actually is happening. So like the narrative has always been this until like now that people actually are understanding what's actually going on.
I think
So,
it's like
I
you have
agree.
to there's this competition over people's brains basically because everybody's disseminating their information, and there's just like billions and billions and billions of dollars that are spent on propagandizing Americans into the Israeli perspective. Like if you flip on cable news, for example, all that stuff is just like heavily tainted with just America, like just
But if you look at
Israeli
just the
perspective.
facts, if you look at just the facts, it doesn't make sense. Like there's no amount of propaganda that can make you this like idiotic.
Exactly,
Like
though. That's the
it
problem
doesn't.
we're having, right? That's
Yeah.
the problem that Israel faces right now. Is that people can get on their phones and see the images directly. They don't need to be filtered through like an Israeli military censor to CNN and then CNN's editors and then
Yeah, but
the
it's not
FCC
even
and
about
all
the
that stuff.
images that come out. It's just about the history. Like you can't fight. You can't like. It doesn't make sense. Like you can't just displace people 75, 79 years ago and then be like, oh, like it doesn't make sense.
It's never made sense, but now people are able to like go into that history more because of open source media, and they can do research. It's not, the narrative isn't being force
But they
fed to them.
they could always have done the research. It's just it's
Nobody was ever impelled to like before. They were never
well
compelled
because
to
of
do
like
it.
Islamophobia.
Which is just another thing. Like when I say like propaganda and stuff, like people invested a lot of money into getting Americans to hate Muslims for like decades, and a lot of those people were people who support Israel because they wanted everybody to hate Muslims because that makes Israel's job easier when they kill Muslims.
So let's just say
Yeah.
last weekend I went to a super tournament and they didn't like my brown ass stare.
Why, they thought you were Arab or something?
No, I was there with a few Indian guys and they were actually like reported us for being too drunk and we weren't that drunk.
I think that's just country club like bullshit politics. Honestly, they do stuff like that.
It's why I asked, do you care? It's because like Alpha just said it, like there's this why there's like this polarizing thing. It's because Arabs have become very unlikable in the eyes of like media and every Western person. So when they see this type of stuff, and some, even if they don't admit it, they have something in them that says they deserve it. They've been programmed to believe that, and it's and like the only good thing I see, I hope that's happening, is people are starting to see different, or they've been so programmed to hate or to not like Arabs that this is just kind of like annoying them essentially, or it's
Look,
kind of
man, I
like,
don't want this to.
yeah, we're not a hateful platform on this platform.
All right, cool.
You brought up, there's not nobody else.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting there saying as like as an Arab, it's how I'm hearing people's tones. It just
Wait, I thought
comes,
you're Latin, Abe.
yeah, it comes from a very unlikable point of view.
Wait, hold on. You thought Abe was Latin this whole time?
Wait,
Yeah.
Abe, can you send the picture I sent earlier
He definitely looks like Dominican or Puerto Rican for sure.
of
Who,
Abe?
Abe? Abe looks Dominican or Puerto Rican?
I'm kidding,
Abe?
dude.
Oh, I was about to say.
I'll find the chat and then I'll get the picture. We'll put that on.
Abe, I just wonder why, like, and it seems like in America, like we're being brainwashed to dislike Arabs and Muslims. Like, why are they doing that?
I think like Alpha said it. This is not just a new thing. This has been happening since September 11th, or even past that. Like name your favorite
Israel,
Muslim
like
Arab.
what is Israel, right? Israel is kind of like it's just like really precarious settler colony in the middle of the Muslim, and they basically they need the United States to support them because there's no freaking way that like there's like 7-8 million Jewish Israelis surrounded by like hundreds of millions of Arab Muslims. Like there's no way that they can sustain that country without the United States, and they can only keep the United States interest. The United States is a democracy, and the only way to keep them interested in Israel's like security or whatever is to make the American population hate Arabs and Muslims. I think it's really as simple as that. That's why there's so much money invested in it.
Okay, so
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna
not
say, I
just
think it comes down to money for the most part, man.
You can
No,
talk.
go ahead.
Oh, it's not just that. It's just that in the Islamic world there isn't just Arabs. There's lots of other countries that aren't Arab, you know? Like you have Persian people, you have Pakistani people, you have Asian people, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, but
it's
all of Israel's neighbors are Arab.
of course, that no one is, yes, the location. We know the location. But it's not that. It's not because it's surrounded by Arab countries and Arab people. It's not just that. It's obviously surrounded by that because there was all Arab people there and they just displaced them and they, you know, gave, you know, Israelis, whatever they are,
Say it.
what? Say what? They're just not, I mean,
This is
whatever. They're
Zionists,
not,
Yeah.
right?
they
They're
don't
Zionists,
be,
so.
but they gave these people who don't belong there because they lived in, you know, from Russia to Portugal for 2,000 years, right? The Roman Empire displaced them 2,000 years ago. So that's why they look very different from,
Yeah,
you know,
it's just
people.
they're laundering their guilt for the Holocaust through
Right. No, but
with
it's okay.
Arab Muslim blood.
It's
basically.
not just that though. The people who have moved Jews around the world have never been Arabs. It has been Europeans, like starting from the Roman Empire. It's never been Arabs that have moved Jews across the world. It's been Europeans. And like Jews don't understand that they've been used as little pawns like for 2,000 years. Do you know what I'm saying? And now they're still being used as little pawns by Europeans in the Western world because now Europeans moved into the Americas, right? So now it's like the Americas have interest in the Middle East, so they continue to use them as little pawns, you know? And it's just funny that they don't understand that. They don't understand they're fighting for other people. Like they're just like little pawns. I don't know how else I can say it. But that, and it just really fucked up that this like small group of people are the pressure point, you know? But
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
would
causing
agree
so
with
much
you.
trauma in society for like so little gain to the United States. There's no gain that America gets from any of this stuff. It's just making our
the gain
society
is
worse.
that the gain is that
No, there's a huge.
Israel is their eyes and ears in the Middle East.
Yeah,
Dude,
That
they
was
have
they
the
have
so
a
many
gain.
they have
presence in the
so
Middle
many
East.
countries in the Middle East that are lining up to be friends with them that they seriously do not need Israel. Like all these countries in the
Like
Middle
who?
East,
But they do.
Saudi
But they do.
Saudi
It's
Arabia,
just that
Kuwait, like look at where all the places the US military bases are. Not in Israel. They're in like Saudi Arabia, Bahrain,
All right.
Oman, like all these countries. Like they're just lining up. Egypt, like it's just all these countries are like U.S. allies. Jordan, they're all U.S. allies. Turkey, like the only ones that aren't are the ones that like don't like Israel. So
So let's if I can mediate for a second. Abe Cook, can I transition to something for a second? I just want to get, I don't know if this has been a topic on Alpha Wednesdays. What's the going consensus on Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein?
Bro, what a
But
transition,
yeah,
man.
before we do that, let's just wrap up the Israel
hey, what's
Palestine
your
stuff.
actually? Yeah,
What?
what is your
wrong with
opinion
you?
on Epstein?
Wrong with you?
No, because I feel like all this ties into that. Well, because he says like you said the Western world like doesn't have no fucking Western world, the U.S. Yeah, the ties for, can we say they're heavy in the U.S.
They're key players. They're
Very key
very
players.
high up.
I think they're the highest up. That's the thing.
They're very high up.
It's coincidental, don't you think?
No,
That
it's not coincidental. It's just that the things that work against like Islam and like Muslims and the Islamic community and like Arabs are really like always it's always like Islam, Muslims and Arabs, like that's always goes hand in hand because a lot of people don't understand that there's like multiple types of people who are Muslim. It's not just Arabs, but that's what like coincides always, you know, because obviously the Arabic language and Islam are very closely tied, the location. So it's like very central to the religion. So I think that because it's so tied, that's why like Persian people are always like, we're Persian. They're like they want to differentiate themselves from being like Arab or being like that kind of Muslim, like they're more secular Muslims because of the connotation that has, you know what I mean? Because of like Islamophobia and stuff like that. So in America, it's just an easier pill to swallow to be like, you know, side with because of like the Holocaust and World War I and World War II. So just like because they're always defending them because of like how wrong they were done in Europe. So
I disagree.
it's just an easier pill to swallow. What do you mean?
We didn't have to because of that. We had to do it because they were controlling everything.
There is
Yeah, but we don't want to go down that road because that could be seemed as
Oh, is that an alpha?
yeah,
That's
that's
not an Alpha Wednesday.
yeah,
Okay.
no, that is, but like we gotta, this is the season 2 finale, guys. Like I don't like
Oh, I thought it was no holds barred. I thought we were.
it is it is no holds barred, but we didn't know this direction was gonna that's fine.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Abe. Do your thing. Do your thing. My bad.
No, it's fine. I'm trying to, pick up the pieces to where we could go. So, I mean, I did a stream yesterday where we donated to a family overseas that was displaced from Gaza to Egypt. So we did a stream there, and in that stream we were basically like, Israel came to this they took over the land and they made it their land and they claimed it as their land. But if it's gonna be your land, you can't sit there and segregate everybody that's not like Jewish and they live in that land, and not just segregate them, completely abuse them and blow them up for 50 years and think that you're not going to like develop these types of situations that happen, because anybody who lives there, they've lived there their entire life. And they grew up in this system. That's the system that they created. That's not an Arab world. It's not an Arab system there. So
yeah, it's like a player jail.
Wait, can I before anything? Can I just say, Abe, the sports coat blazer you have on is immaculate.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, let's if anybody got some final points, we can go. If not, we can kind of drift up to one of the other topics that's not
so controversial.
It's not controversial. I just know how the algorithm is gonna. It doesn't matter to me at this point. Whatever. This is the last episode. We'll see what happens with the rest of the. See if we get canceled or not. Let's see here. Go ahead, V. Go ahead.
Do you think Mavericks are gonna beat the Wolves? What's your prediction?
Yeah, I think the Mavs are gonna go to the final. I think the Mavs are gonna win the finals. To be honest.
Do you think the NBA is gonna let a? Do you think the NBA is gonna let a white dude win the NBA championship?
Yeah,
I hope so.
Didn't Jokic win last year?
They don't want Kyrie to win it. That's the only thing. They don't care about the white dude.
Oh man, you're right.
Yeah,
I never thought about that. That's a good one.
Kyrie's going to be the issue, but I think they're going to win.
Kyrie's going to show up with a freaking Palestinian flag.
Yeah, that was going to be another topic that we were going to say is like, when is Mark Cuban going to run for? Is he going to be when is he going to announce that he's going to run for president? Is it going to be right after the elections?
He's running in 2028, 100%.
Yeah, you think he's going to announce right after the election, so he's going to have 4 years of everybody.
I don't know why anybody would want to run for president. If you already have billions of dollars, like why would you put yourself through that?
Well, I mean,
ego, man. That's the only thing
left. It's an ego trip.
Yeah, you already have everything.
Is Mark Cuban like really politically involved?
He started to become like, ever since when he saw Trump become president, he started doing more. He sold a lot of his companies. He's off Shark Tank. He just sold the Mavs. So I mean, he's positioning himself to be like free, so he can do that, and I think that he's gonna do that. I think he's gonna announce like March of like sometime in 2024. So he'll have like a 3-year window of like people getting the idea that he's gonna be the president or gonna run.
He'll probably do it around the same time Trump did and when he ran in 2016.
Yeah. That's true too. Trump also like had announced he was going to be running for president numerous times in his life. I don't think Mark Cuban has ever kind of like announced it, so it could be a little bit different, but the window could possibly be the same. We'll see though. That was going to be my prediction of like, that was going to be a question today is Mark Cuban going to be, when is he going to announce he's going to run?
Would you vote for him though, Abe?
Well, I'm on the Democratic Party, so what's what?
You're part of the Democratic Party?
Abe, are you an AOC?
Why are you a Democrat?
I'm definitely not voting for it.
What was that?
Party or the Republicans.
I said, Abe, are you an AOCer?
Oh yeah, AOC all day.
You're a liar.
Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. Did you guys? So Trump was on our boy Tim Pool yesterday or 2 days ago at this point, and he said that he was the greatest president of his lifetime, and he almost like gave him a hug. It was fucking hilarious. Would you guys consider Trump one of a GOAT president?
I say he's probably up there as like one of the worst.
Yeah, one of the worst.
I think so. Here's what I'll say about him: he was better than Bush?
He's the only president in our lifetime to not start a war.
Actually, he's better than Biden too. But those are two of the worst right there.
So in your lifetime, you got Clinton, Obama, Trump. Is that your order?
Yeah, Bush.
I don't know. I was too young to evaluate life under Clinton. Honestly, I was actually born when Reagan was still president. Oh, it's like, but I don't know him. I don't know about him either. Reagan, Bush one. I don't know who would be the best one. They're all pretty shit.
All right, that's your answer. All right, Vic, what do you think?
Because maybe Obama, because he did the least damage to America anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna go like neutral. Like he wasn't good, he wasn't bad, but he definitely like fucked up the country like socially and shit. Like I don't know, man.
Okay.
Like he didn't start a war outside. He definitely started a war in the United States. I'll tell you that
So we
much.
got two neutrals on Trump. AZ, what do you got?
Started no wars. No one else can say that. And the economy was booming. You gotta mix that with obviously all the social fabric that he ripped up. But I still think not starting any wars gives him the edge over the other presidents.
I mean, he did lay the foundations for the current war in Gaza, honestly.
Yeah, and he
Like
increased
Abraham Accords, all that shit.
Let's see if Garza's been cutting in and off, so I don't know if he wants to answer. Do you want to answer this question, Garza?
Oh no, man. I'm not good at politics. My wife is.
Okay.
dude, he also raised black employment like more than any other president in the past. That's always good.
I just know this past 4 years were not as good as the previous 4 years before that.
So
I think pre-COVID
you
America,
at least,
economically speaking, was like the best it's ever been.
Yeah, things were amazing before COVID.
Yeah,
2016, 2017 shit was popping.
2017, 18, and 19 were like awesome economic times.
Those years were
But now, yeah, now
So what do you guys think's coming up after this November?
they're
I think Trump's probably gonna win.
They're predicting two
If he
crashes
doesn't
for the
go to
economy.
jail, if he doesn't go to jail, like he probably is gonna beat Biden.
Trump's not going to jail.
I mean, they're trying hard. They got him fucking court every single day, so I don't know what's gonna happen with that.
He looks beat up, man. He looks worn out. Trump looks worn out. He looks like he's eating hella Big Macs.
I mean, what is he, 73?
Yeah.
Like 78.
And what is Biden, like 173?
I think they're both the same age. Oh, he's 82. He's 82. He was
like 4 years older or something.
Yeah. I think he was running at the same age Trump is now. So if Trump wins, he'll be 82 when he gets out.
Okay, so if you're asking me who my vote is, Biden versus Trump, it's going to be whoever fell down fewer times going into their jet.
I'm not voting for either one of them. I'll just like do a throwaway vote to like Jill Stein or something. I can't.
Are you going libertarian, bro?
What about Kennedy? I like Kennedy a lot.
I would
I don't
take
like him either.
I would take him over Biden and Trump all day.
Brainworms guy? That guy's just crazy.
I don't. Okay, Biden and Trump aren't. They're senile.
He's like a super Israel supporter. So like I'm definitely not gonna vote for him.
They all are, man. They all are.
Not Jill Stein. He can do a protest vote and not have to vote for any of those three guys.
Dude, it won't matter. The fucking United States is a super Israel supporter. Like, you can't do anything about it.
That's what we've been. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Like 1,000,000%.
Yeah, you can't do anything about it right now, but like you have to lay the seeds for change in the future.
But you know what's going to be the biggest population over the next 20 years?
Hispanics.
Not just Hispanics, the Mexicans.
There's a difference. The Mexicans.
Yeah, Mexicans.
Yeah, because there's island Mexicans, there's black Mexicans, there's the tall Mexicans and Dominican. There's the baseball Mexicans in Puerto Rico.
I thought you were gonna go like different Hispanics, like different forms of Mexican.
So as a Hispanic person, do you feel a sense of kinship with anybody aside from Mexicans, or is it just Mexican?
Honestly,
I'm assuming you're Mexican.
Yeah, no, I'm Mexican American. Me, I'm like a little bit different. I don't give a freaking heck about anything other than the greenbacks. Who's fucking with my money less?
I know, but like culturally, like would you rather hang out with a bunch of white people or with a bunch of like Puerto Ricans? All things being equal.
I'll be honest with you, it doesn't matter to me at all.
Whoever has the bigger bag.
My wife's Albanian. My best friend's fucking Sikh Indian. My other best friend's a fucking Muslim. I mean, Abe's one of my really good friends. Like, I don't care.
Got it. Okay.
Whoever has the biggest bag.
People just like hanging on around their own like parents' native culture or whatever.
Nah, 50 years from now, we're all gonna be one culture anyway. So why does it matter?
Yeah, I guess for you it doesn't.
Like, as like a Mexican American, what do Mexican Americans like political values lean towards? Like, do they even give a shit about this war in Israel?
For the most part, no. But listen to this. My wife used to work in the most affluent part of Houston called River Oaks. And so all the ladies that she worked with, they didn't even work there. They were just volunteers. I'm talking about like their husbands are oil and gas, multi-millionaires. And so like they didn't know that there were Mexicans that are for Trump. And my wife's like, yeah, there is. Like my husband's family, they're all Trumpsters. And it blew their fucking mind. They didn't understand that.
Do you feel like Trump vilifying people who look like you? Does that have any effect on you, or do you like not care about that?
I don't care about how you look.
Vilifying your identity and stuff.
I don't care about how you look. I care about what you're about.
Okay.
Look,
okay. Are you afraid? Are you afraid of your own kind?
What?
Are you?
I just want to hear. Let me ask this question.
Are you afraid? I just wondering. Are you afraid?
Hold on, dude. Abe, let me ask the fucking question. This is first off, your question is retarded. So let me ask mine. So, okay. So if you're do you care that like when Trump says stuff like negatively about Mexicans. That doesn't affect you at all. Like you don't feel
No,
like that's like not a dig at you
Hey,
personally.
listen.
Alpha just
There's no
asked the same
biggest.
question twice to try to like manipulate him to say what he wants the answer to be.
He asked it better though.
So the reason why I ask is like, what about like, let's say like if Trump is like talking bad on Mexican people, do you have any fear that that might embolden some other people in society to like talk bad about you or like look at you a different way?
I hate saying this, but yes and no. So like at the end of the day, I look at him and I'm like, I know that person. I know him. So he's a known. I know who he is. He grabs somebody by the pussy. He wants money. He wants power. Perfect. I know exactly what he wants.
He's not
I don't
afraid.
like people that does that what?
He's not afraid to say what he
I'm
wants
not.
to say.
Yeah, he's not afraid of that, and I'm not afraid of somebody that knows exactly what they want. So like the whole build the wall campaign, his first run, that wasn't real.
I mean, he did build a wall though. He's basically saying like, I don't like your kind. Your kind aren't as good as my kind when he says stuff like that.
You read way too much into what Trump says, Alpha. Like you
Yeah,
get,
I would disagree with that.
I'm not
all
saying
day,
that's
dude.
not what he said. It's what he literally did. He built a wall. He tried.
Nope.
Yeah,
He
but that's not what it's
steadfastly
for.
tried.
that pussy
the
has
other one?
Wait. He didn't even build it. It was already funded. Mexico was already putting money into it, so it wasn't even.
I
That's
don't
not
think
even
Mexico
real.
put any money into it. There's like that big flat wall. It's like on the border.
Abe, can we fact check that?
Yeah, fact check it. It is the wall's on. It's not totally on the border, but it's definitely like on several parts of it.
Anyway,
mute.
Dude,
Not to answer your-
realistically, he was playing towards a bunch of fucking racist white Americans in the
Former
South,
President Donald Trump
trying to get him
did
to
build
vote for him.
portions of the border wall along the U.S.-Mexico border, but the wall was not completed as originally proposed. Around 450 miles of wall were constructed
All
during
right,
his
scratch that.
administration,
Scratch
mostly
that.
replacing existing barriers.
Scratch that. Okay, so do you guys know this? So 2016, who was he running against?
Hillary.
Okay, so there's this firm out of the UK. They had all of this data. They come through and they're like, hey, go to Clinton first. They're like, hey, look, this is how you're going to win the election. We have all this data. This is what you got to do. The blue party said, no, we're not doing that. So they took it to Trump. They're like, hey, we have this information. You want to win the race? This is what you got to do. Yes, they did it. And that's what he did.
What was the information?
Obviously, you know what it was. He was going after the...
Yeah, go after minorities and stuff, right?
Exactly.
This will play well with certain populations in the U.S.
And the craziest thing about it, it was like, I can't cite it. This was 7 years ago when I read it. It was like $8 million for that information. And the blue party didn't want to pay for it. Trump paid for it. $8 million. That's nothing in the grand scheme of things, right?
Yeah.
He did.
I remember. I know what you're talking about.
It was Cambridge Analytica.
Yeah,
It was
Cambridge
all-
Analytica.
There you
Yeah.
go.
A lot of that stuff, though, sometimes I wonder is how much of that is like Democrats in disbelief that they lost, so they're just making up these like boogeymen. Because like Hillary was just a bad candidate and it wasn't capturing the essence of that moment.
Cambridge was real, and Hillary she mailed it in. They just got cocky and thought, Trump never stood a chance. She didn't even visit Michigan, for example. They made so many mistakes. Like it was just dumbness on their part. She didn't go on the campaign path. Isn't that right, Abe?
Hey, so where are you guys from?
All right, guys. That was a good little the political thing. There is a bigger topic that we wanted to dive into. The main topic was I don't know if it's going to be the main anymore. Is Sam Altman a psychopath? There was reports now of why he got fired and the things that he says to the public versus what is actually being done. They're saying it's so far off that it's like getting scary. Now,
Wait, are you
It's
talking
like-
about?
it's
Are you talking
like
about
Elon
Elon
Musk.
Musk?
no, we're talking about Sam
Yeah,
Altman.
that's literally Elon Musk.
No, we're
This is
not.
like your great visionary. The guy that
No,
always lies
let's not
about
bring up
product.
Elon, please. Let's not bring up Elon. We're talking
Well,
about
talking about another tech CEO that lies.
we're talking
Okay.
about Sam
Yeah.
Altman, the CEO
Huge
of
psychopath,
ChatGPT, who claimed he had no financial investment in the company, and they have a unique board of directors for OpenAI. It's not like a financial board where they're like a normal boards like this are all like business boards in the direction of how much the company's money is going to make. That's how they dictate. Their board was specifically designed under their like humanitarian rules of what's better for the world. So it's a very unique
Honestly,
board.
as a CEO, I think Sam Altman should be able to do whatever he wants because
Wait,
he's a CEO.
Okay.
You were just bashing Elon
Yeah,
Musk.
he's being condescending.
Yeah, I see irony isn't your strong suit. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
No,
I think there's
There's a little bit. You know what you're not understanding is there's a little bit different what we're talking about right now. Sam Altman is
What?
basically this board that he's going against is for the better. It was designed to be the better of the public, to make sure everything stays safety in case anything happens with AI where it starts manipulating information or data, or it basically takes control. And there's been many times where things have happened that he either didn't report or fake reported to them. So they got to a point where they couldn't trust him anymore. That's why he got fired in October. He like pulled a move where he was basically.
Okay, where are you getting this? Where are you getting this data?
They brought him back.
Where's this info coming from?
They brought him back because he basically pulled a move where he was gonna like fuck up the whole entire OpenAI. He was gonna take the whole thing to Microsoft. So they were gonna. He had the power.
He did take the whole thing. He did take the whole thing.
No, he got hired into Microsoft, and he was basically gonna take everything and make it Microsoft and have full control. And it wouldn't have been OpenAI anymore. That would have been like diluted. And according to the board that OpenAI launched in November 2022. Now they all found out on Twitter. Sam Altman made the decision by himself. They didn't even know he had this power to do, and he went and he launched a company, and they found out on Twitter.
Isn't that his right as CEO?
It's technically his right as a CEO, but
yeah,
he's going to the public. He's going. No, you listen to me. Listen what you're trying to do right now. You know what you're trying to put him on the Elon thing. To my knowledge, Elon has never lied to the public when it came to his innovation.
Lord,
he hasn't. I said last time he's been missed. He's been missed.
Oh my
he's been missed,
dude.
He missed the mark.
Oh my goodness. Oh my Lord, bro. Just stop it.
Bro, come on.
Stop this propaganda.
I think you're missing the point of how dangerous OpenAI ChatGPT can actually be.
Yeah,
if it's
missing the point of how dangerous like self-driving can be when it doesn't work.
It's not real. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
For a reason.
People haven't crashed their car because of
There's been one reported death.
Oh my god, dude. Okay.
If there has been, do you know any more?
I'm sure a Google search will turn up more than one death. You know they turn off the self-driving if it detects you're about to crash. That's like a huge scandal that self-driving will turn off automatically so that you couldn't fault self-driving.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Thought they couldn't, but
here's the thing. The danger of him opening him now, if he's publicly saying, "Hey, self-driving and all this," and it works, everything is autonomous, it works, and today he's saying that, then it's a different situation because then now you're trusting him.
He literally said that. Okay, they're calling
it
full self-driving.
It's not fully autonomous yet.
Then they've scaled it back because they had so many.
Bro, I'm not gonna keep going back and forth about Elon. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck about Elon like that. I'm sorry, but what the conversation is about Sam Altman.
Let me ask you a question, Abe. So there's this new company out of Sugarland, which is a suburb out of Houston, Texas, right? 10 miles away. 15 miles away. So they're going to start doing helicopter autonomous taxis. Would you be subject to a trial run?
I would, I really would probably wouldn't get into a regular helicopter at this point, to be honest. The autonomous cabs, it's probably not going to work. The autonomous cab business, the business model isn't profitable. Not even close.
Garza, are you talking about Whisk?
I'm not. I don't remember the name. I just saw it the other day.
I've heard of Whisk.
Actually, yeah. That's what it is.
Okay, so
you don't believe in full self-driving or autonomous driving?
No, it doesn't work as a business for a cab. So if you want to be like a cab business, it doesn't work. It's not the business model doesn't work. It's too expensive to do that, and you'll never see returns. This is why Ford stopped their program, and many others have stopped their programs to try to do this like autonomous cab business. It's not profitable. If it was profitable, maybe they would actually do it. But because it's not profitable, they're kind of throwing it away. So
I think the costs are just too high for them right now.
So it's not profitable. Yeah. So who's going to be the person to make it profitable?
Who knows?
No, who's going to be the person to make it profitable? If all the other companies don't want to do it,
tell me who they are so I can go buy their stock.
It's Elon Musk.
Okay.
It's the only one who has a shot to making it profitable and actually working. If sure, it's not right now. Maybe in 5 years, maybe in 10 years. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to fault somebody for their attempt at innovation. Now, you derail the conversation
what about for lying about the features of the stuff that they're trying to sell you? Are you going to fault them for that? That's what Elon Musk did.
To my knowledge, Tesla people love their Teslas. I don't have a Tesla. I can't.
To my knowledge, you're not in a deposition right now, Abe. Like, to my knowledge, I don't recall. Like, you keep on saying a lot of words I don't like.
Yeah. Everything is a deposition.
Hey, so listen to this. This is a side little caveat. I have a buddy who back in the 90s, he had a monopoly on yellow cabs. He had 1,100 yellow cabs in the city of Houston, and so it was fucking up the city of Houston transportation. So he had this big suit on him from the city of Houston because he was stealing too much business away from them. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy how it used to be, I guess. Now it's just like Uber owns everything, Uber and Lyft.
Fucking hate Uber. It's my last resort. I'll take a yellow cab all day. Hell
I
yeah.
haven't been in Uber in a minute.
Bro, they're such better drivers. They're actually driving for their life. Whereas like you hop in an Uber and you get fucking Cheryl who's trying to make a few extra dollars. Doesn't know what the fuck she's doing.
I haven't seen a yellow cab in 4 or 5 years.
I think you gotta go like New York City or Chicago to see them.
I go there a lot.
So
You don't-
there's no yellow cabs there.
In Chicago, a lot of the Uber and Lyft drivers are getting like carjacked and shot. It's fucking crazy, dude. There's people like rioting downtown. The Uber drivers are.
Maybe we should try the autonomous helicopters instead then.
What's the point of robbing an Uber driver?
They jack the cars and then they like joyride them around the city and crash them and go commit crimes in them.
No, you know what my favorite thing is? When I order Uber Eats and like it tells you what car's coming, but it's a different car and a different person. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Yo,
it's
that's
always a
sketchy.
baby mama delivering
That's
picture
sketchy.
shows up.
How about you gotta like type in the code now? And I'm just like, I tell it to them and they're like, no, you gotta type it in. I'm like, I'm not touching your fucking phone, bro.
I haven't had that happen.
I think that's the
Probably
other
Chicago
food
thing.
service. I forget what it is.
Where do you live in Chicago, if you don't mind my asking? Do you live like in the
I'm on
city
the
or do you
west
live in
side.
burbs?
No, I'm in the burbs now.
Okay.
In Aurora.
Sometimes I hear about the city of Chicago and I'm like, holy fucking shit, dude.
I'm not.
That's the south side.
What is
When we
going
moved
on
back
there?
here, I told Jasmine, I'm like, I'm not living anywhere near the downtown, bro.
That was COVID really fucked that city up.
I know this is off topic, but how do you guys know Abe?
Listen, we're not going to answer that question right now. What we're going to do is this. Since everybody wants to derail and we're talking about Ubers and fucking your DoorDash, like at the end of the day, this is the season. Maybe Alpha Wednesday's fucking canceled next season. I don't give a fuck at the end of the day. If you guys don't want to respect certain rules that we have, that's perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, we can play that game.
The rules.
Yeah,
No,
what
it's
are the
fine.
rules?
It's
Yeah, what are
fine.
the rules anyway?
It doesn't matter.
We can't
It
say
doesn't
how you know
matter.
everybody on here.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter at this point. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down
You're
to
not
it,
even smoking hookah right now, so what's the real rule?
when
He
it,
stopped smoking hookah. He's doing zins now.
20
Yeah.
Zen packs tonight?
Yeah, we mostly know him.
you want the truth? This fucking show is getting scrapped. I'm putting this bitch in the dumpster. You know, at the end of the day,
rules, Abe, right here.
at the end of the day,
Abe,
if we're
these are
gonna
your rules
treat,
right here.
if we're gonna, yeah, I was gonna tell everybody that Garza's lit right now too. So in case they didn't catch the drift, so Garza comes on, hijacks the show with his alcoholism, and then you got fucking everybody want to derail the whole show and the season finale. That's fine. That's perfectly fucking fine.
Okay, mediator. That's what to talk
Hey, it's
about.
not alcoholism if he's only drinking by himself. I'm drinking tequila all night too.
There we
What
go.
kind of tequila you drink?
But yeah,
Hey, tell Abe to send me your address. I'll send you a really good tequila.
All right.
all right, we're making deals right now. We're making deals. We're making deals on the platform.
Why
Called
doesn't
negotiating,
why
bro.
doesn't this tequila company sponsor the stream?
We're
Yeah.
PG-13. We're not 21 and up. The stream. But if you guys notice, most people on this calls are intoxicated. So let's keep that into consideration when you guys are watching the playback, if there is a playback, since the whole show got fucking hijacked.
And we love the show. Let them know that.
That's true. All right, so
I'm not intoxicated.
I think everybody would know if there's one person who's not, it's you, Alpha. It's definitely you.
I'm definitely not.
Which
I don't
one's
even.
Alpha? Is
I
that
don't.
AZ?
You know. No. AZ is AZ. Alpha's Alpha.
It's me.
Alpha is bizarre.
I got a fan.
Let me know when you drop your stream. I'll subscribe.
So
This is probably my last stream for a while. I got some shit I gotta
Yeah.
take care of.
yeah, he's busy going after fucking Elon Musk. This guy. But if you don't like Elon Musk, all I gotta tell you is if you don't like Elon Musk,
He was
it's
wounded
fine.
about Elon Musk.
I don't give a fuck about Elon Musk. That's the
Yeah.
difference between. I don't give a fuck about him. It's not like I'm not.
You just said
No,
you were gonna take a
you-
bullet for him. What are you talking about?
No, I never said that. I raised a question. I don't give a fuck about Elon Musk at the end of the day. When it's all said, I
Okay,
really
you thought
don't.
about taking.
You obviously care way more than me because you have such an axe to grind with him. Okay, so
I really don't like him. No.
you can keep your
Hold
axe
on,
to grind.
I got a question. Hey Garza, would you ever take a bullet
Whoa, for who?
would you take a bullet for a man that you've never met? Take it.
Never.
Okay, that's all. That's my only question. Thank you.
I wouldn't take a slap for him.
Abe said he would take a bullet for Elon Musk.
No, I raised the
It doesn't even
question.
work for him.
I raised the question. It doesn't matter at this point. You know, the whole show was about Elon Musk, which is fucking tragic, literally tragic. Listen, I'll have the same Altman conversation since nobody cares about the future. And like an actual tech CEO CEO right now who is literally not just lying, he's lying with a smile on his face, and it's going very unnoticed up until now. The fact that he was fired in October and he's still making public appearances and not answering questions and still lying to the public over what's actually going on at OpenAI. Why is he lying? What's going on there that he doesn't want people to know? So
Listen, Abe,
I think you're just jealous of Sam Altman's wealth. I think that's where this is coming from. You're jealous that he's super rich and he does more for society than you.
I think Sam Altman has failed at 98% of his companies, and he finally had a stroke of success here. And he doesn't
You guys are having you guys are having the same exact conversation in reverse about Elon Musk and Sam Altman. You guys realize
that's the irony, my guy.
There's no irony. The irony is this: if you're there's a completely difference.
Why are we hating on this? Why are we hating on this tech CEO and not the other one?
It's a complete fucking difference. It's a complete difference.
What's the key to success?
Listen, this is the key to America. You guys ready? Take $1 out of somebody else's pocket and put it into yours. That's all it is.
Prescient.
All
That's
right.
very good.
That's fine. I'll have the Sam Altman conversation. You know, it's a very big deal. People, like I said, I know what's going on before most people know what's going on. That's why we can talk about it now.
Beta bots
in 3 months
is a Sam Altman like owned property.
He's not listening.
How do you feel about that?
I use AI more than probably anybody on this call. I've used it since day one, and I'm going to continue to use it. I understand the power, and I understand the dangers of it. So when I'm telling you guys that, hey, if he's lying to the public, he's lying to his board, okay, his board isn't like a financial board. He's telling people, oh, I don't have equity in the company, and all this is going on. It's for a specific reason. And
if I use my computer every day, that means I know everything about the CEO of Microsoft.
Okay.
So that means I know everything about Sam Altman because he reports to Satya Nadella.
Okay,
literally the argument you're making.
If you're in the AI world, you know the dangers of it. If you're using it, you know the good things, you know the bad things. You know it can be manipulated. You know if it stops working bad. You know when certain things are acting up. So it can be controlled, and then there's a world where it can't be controlled. So that's the scary part, when it can't be controlled anymore. And I don't trust Sam Altman to be in decisions of him being in control of AI. I just don't. He's lost trust in his board. He's lost trust in the public. So when it comes down to it, this is the person who should be like red flags, like super red flags. And that's when I have concerns. People want to shit on Mark Zuckerberg all the time because he's very transparent in like some of his answers when he goes to the Congress and answers his board. I'll trust somebody, and that's why he's very unlikable. That's why people fucking hate Mark Zuckerberg, because of how he talks and how he delivers.
You're jumping around.
I'm not.
So let me
I don't want to.
Why don't you start using Grok instead of using GPT-4?
I'm not.
Elon Musk has Grok.
I don't care.
So you don't. So this guy's a big threat to society, but you're gonna keep giving him your data.
Okay, so there's that's a very good question, right? That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Because that's a very good question, right? Because something is so good. ChatGPT powers more, like 90% of AI is like powered by ChatGPT in the back end. They just call it something else. It's gonna be, so I say that I'm gonna keep using it, right? Because it's such a good thing, and like, so that's the danger, right? I'm gonna keep using it, even though I'm afraid of Sam Altman. That's kind of where you need a board, you need him to be checked, and you got to have something go in there and say, hey, what's going on over here? What's really going on? Oh, we can't trust your words anymore. At this point, he's lying, and a psychopath means he's lying for like his he believes what he's we're gonna be trusting.
Can you start talking? Nobody here knows. I don't think AZ knows anything about Sam Altman. I sure as hell do not know anything about Sam Altman.
Because you're too busy up Elon Musk's dick. That's why. You're too busy on Elon's dick for no fucking reason. This guy Elon's if you don't think he's fine, it doesn't matter. But I'm telling you that there's a tech CEO.
So are you saying that it's supposed to be on Sam Altman's dick instead because he's like way more evil or something? Even though you keep using his product. At least I don't own a Tesla. That'd be kind of fucked up if I owned a Tesla and I hated Elon Musk. Versus you, who's like has this like quasi identity around AI and ChatGPT products. Put your money where your mouth is, Abe.
I am. That's why I'm raising the question. That's why I'm saying if he's not a trustable. If he's not a trustable candidate to if I
what
don't,
do you want to do? You want to nationalize GPT? You want to nationalize OpenAI? Like, what do you want? Like,
it needs to be regulated by what it was designed to. You know, the board specifically designed to be regulated for the better use of for public consumption, not just like whatever Sam Altman is. I just got distracted by the chat. My bad. Somebody says they like Elon, but they hate Tesla. Vice versa. Is that cool? Yeah, Jags. I think that's a respectable answer.
You're in favor of lying to the government? Do you want to steal taxpayer money?
I'm not. You know, I think moving forward, we're going to ban Elon Musk from any subject on this platform. I'm dead serious because it's like it's hijacking the conversation, and it's like I don't. You know, if you have an axe to grind against him, what can I say? I'm not gonna sit here and like sound like I'm a fanboy. I don't have a Tesla. I barely. I think he fucked up Twitter. There's a lot of criticism I can say about Elon, but I don't care too much about him because I'm not worried about him. Do you think I care that he says?
I'm actually not. I'm not really worried about him either.
Well, it sounds like it, and
he's the one who brought him up, not me. He's the one who wanted to talk about him.
He was a very
This
end.
is your show.
He was a very end. He was a very end topic. That was supposed to be like a quick yeah
That's
or
what
no.
you opened up with though.
No, I didn't open it. The beta bot opened up the segment, and you guys only heard the last part of beta bot. So we can say about that.
It was on your show. This is you who formulated it, not me. Maybe you're on.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not the case. It's not the case. But I don't know, man. The first 25 minutes of the stream got cut, so I'm gonna have to redo that section tomorrow. This was a season 2 finale of Alpha Wednesday. I guess it went how Alpha Wednesdays went. It didn't go as I expected, as I planned. We shot.
It was a good show, Abe. I had fun.
I'm sure you did have fun. So, like I said, the Alpha Wednesday season 2 finale. We're gonna return possibly now in the fall. We'll see what happens with Alpha Wednesdays, and I don't know. There's gonna be now 2 more streams. There's gonna be 2 more streams left in the season. Tomorrow I gotta work now extra. Things were supposed to get done on this show, they didn't get done, so we're gonna have to do those a different show, and that's how it is. All right, Alpha Wednesday, baby, season 2.
On your endeavors.
All right, season 2 Alpha Wednesday in the wraps, in the books. All right, Alpha.
Peace. Fine.